Hello and welcome to First Time Financing. My name is Pedro and I'm a first time stock market investor. Now, I started investing in the stock market on March 26, 2020, during the whole situation we're having this year. Now, I didn't invest the whole $158,000 all at once, but I have made pretty good gains on my initial investment. Now, since I'm a first time stock market investor, I wasn't quite sure how all this worked. I did research a little bit before I started investing my money, and I also started watching a lot of YouTube videos, financial channels, probably a lot of the same ones you guys are watching. I started watching as well, just to kind of get an idea or get recommendations on what I could buy, where should I invest my money. Now again, they all say they are not financial advisors, and I understand that, but it doesn't hurt to take, their input and their advice once in a while, and that's kind of what I did. So a lot of my first investments in the stock market came off of the recommendations from a lot of these YouTube financial channels. Now again, they all tell you to do your own research and before you start investing your money. Now, I wasn't sure where to invest my money, so I watched a lot of their YouTube videos. And maybe this was a mistake, maybe it's not, but I took a lot of their advice and invested a lot of the companies in which they talked about. For example, my very first investment was in Delta Airlines. Again, I invested back in March 26th of this year, 2020. Now, I only bought 12 shares. That was my first stock market purchase. I bought into Delta 12 shares at a price of $26.14. So again, this was my first major purchase in the stock market. I actually bought into 26 different companies on this day. So I did a lot of spending this day, and for somebody who doesn't know much of the stock market, never invested in the stock market, and first time investor, this could have been a mistake, or I could have made great profits. And so far in all my investments, I am currently up. So far it has worked for me. Although I would not recommend this strategy to anybody because I'm going in blind. I'm going based on recommendations. I had no idea about any stats regarding any of these companies. Again, I just went by recommendation of these YouTubers say. Now again, that's probably not a great investing strategy. To some first-time beginner investor, that's kind of what I went with. So far, it is paying off, but again, I do not recommend people do this. My first investment was Delta. All the airplane stocks have been hit pretty hard this year. With people not flying as much, the whole airline industry isn't doing as well right now. So for me to buy into Delta, I guess it's considered a risky move. So now if we take a look at Delta, it is currently trading as of June 12, 2020. It is currently trading at a price of $30.43. So from my initial investment, I am up 16%, around $51. So it's not much, but with all that's going on in the travel business right now, Delta is finally going up. So that's always good because I was really negative on this Delta Airlines stock for a while, and now I finally see it going up for once. So that's always a good thing. Now, I have thought about buying more shares of Delta Airlines. But right now, I'm currently happy with the 12 shares I have. Again, you're wondering where I invested the rest of my $158,000, and I will go into more details about how many shares I bought, which companies I bought into, and how many shares I have per each company. Now, I can tell you guys that overall, from my initial investment, I am up 57%. So I have made around $90,000 as of June 12th, 2020, which for me, first time investor, it's been less than 3 months. I've made over $90,000. It's pretty good. It's about 30 grand each month. So now I know the stock market is very volatile right now. It's been going up a lot lately. I mean, this whole past week kind of went down for a bit. It had me worried. I was wondering, should I sell off? Should I just hold? Should I buy more shares? And what I ended up doing was just holding. I didn't panic. I didn't want to sell my stocks because I felt like the stock market is going to rebound. I don't know if it is or not, but it's looking like it might. So today, Friday, it did go up. So I was able to make about 20 grand from my investments today, which is pretty good. So on June 8th, I was actually up 93%. So I almost doubled my initial investment. However, on June 9th, 10th, and 11th, the stock market took a dip and I lost around 70 grand. 70 grand in 3 days. Now for somebody like me, that is a lot of money to lose. Actually, the weekend before, on Sunday, June 7th, I was actually contemplating about selling all my stocks and taking my profit. But I decided to hold on to it. And on Tuesday, it seemed like it was a mistake. Wednesday seemed even more of a mistake. Thursday was a horrible day for me. I think I was down 30 grand just that one single day. However, on Friday, June 12th, the stock market recovered. My stocks recovered a little bit, and I went up 20 grand. So I haven't made up all the money I lost this week so far. But I am still up. I am still good. And I still feel good about my investments. Now, I do plan on selling. I'm not sure quite when. And I'm not trying to time the market. I do want to get out with a decent amount of money. So that is my goal right now, to at least double my initial investments. I hope to make 150 grand from investing in stocks, which I almost had at the beginning of the week, June 8th. But that was a horrible week for my stocks, for this whole stock market in general. Now, I will let you guys know what other stocks I have invested into as more videos come along. For example, just a little preview of the rest of my stocks. I have invested in Tesla. For one, that's one. Shopify. Disney, Microsoft, Apple, Boeing, AT&T, and those are just some. Nikola, I also invested in Nikola. But yeah, those are Uber. Those are just some of the stock markets that I've invested in. Now, I've invested in a lot of companies. Again, at first I was just trying to make a big profit, and then I started investing in stocks that actually pay out dividends. And as of today, I have made, I believe, a total of $200 in just dividends. So that's pretty good money right there. I never even knew you can make money just by buying stock. So to me, dividends, it's a great idea, you know. Wondering why I never did this sooner. But yes, as of right now, June 12th, 2020, I am currently up almost 58% overall, and a gain of 90 grand from my initial investment. Now, I have not bought anything this week just because the stock market was horrible, but I do plan on buying more. and I also plan on selling all my stock. Again, I'm still not sure when I'm gonna do that. I might keep a couple of companies because I believe in them long term. But yes, I am first time investor. I invested $158,000, and I hope I do not lose it. So if you want to see my progress, see how I'm doing, maybe see the mistakes I'm doing, which might remind you of some of the mistakes you did, maybe you could help me avoid those, or see, man, this guy's doing the same mistakes I did, or hey, this guy's doing pretty good for a first time investor, Subscribe to my channel, let me know. Let me know what you think of me buying stocks based on YouTube recommendations. I'm pretty sure most of you are going to say that's not a great strategy. Or some of you guys might say, hey, I've done the same thing when I first started out, which is fine. But yes, any advice you have for a first time investor, or even yourself when you first started investing, saying, hey, this is what I wish I would have done differently, or this is the advice I wish somebody would have told me when I first started investing in stocks. I truly appreciate that if you let me know. Leave it in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.